Back. This is All Angles on eNCA. Before we get to the top of the hour, let's get another take on that story. Following the discovery of the new Omicron variant, Russia has restricted entry to arrivals from South Africa. The country has been put on a travel ban, South Africa that is, by several European countries. eNCA's UK correspondent, Olly Barratt, joins us now with the latest. So, Olly, the situation is unfolding at the moment since that decision was taken to put South Africa back on the UK's red list, initially with a flight ban from Southern Africa, from a number of Southern African destinations. Of course, that's been lifted. How is it playing out on the ground in terms of tourism in the UK, in terms of UK nationals wanting to go back home who were in Southern Africa over the last while?
Yeah, there's been some chaos around the announcement and how it's played out. That flight ban was initially put in place to give the hotels a chance to get up and running for that quarantine again. So the flights will be able to resume, but they will be for British nationals wanting to come back to the country. When the announcement was made towards the back end of last week, there were, of course, flights in the air and flights still coming before the suspension of those flights took place. And we did see some criticism from UK officials that we were seeing people coming into the UK from South Africa, despite the fact that it was moving on to the red list, and not much follow-up, it seemed, for arriving passengers here from health officials. We are, though, moving into the period where the flights are going to be able to resume, as I say, for British nationals and residents coming back to this country, and they will then have to head into that mandatory hotel quarantine, people, if they want to make that journey. Very expensive indeed. 10 days costs £2,500 nearly for one individual, so around 50,000 rand. If you're looking at a family coming back in this direction, you're looking at around 100,000 rand in total. And your question about the tourism industry, well, real concern here and some anger, I think it's fair to say, about how all of this is playing out. Of course, South Africa, normally such a lucrative route between the UK and South Africa, but particularly at this time of year, with many people looking for some winter sun in the build-up to Christmas. And of course, you add in those thousands of South Africans who live in this country, many of whom were looking at this time of year as perhaps their first time to return home and see family in a couple of years.
All right, Olly, I'm completely out of time. Thank you for the update, mate. It's been a while since I last spoke to you. Olly Barratt, live for us in London there, giving us the perspective from the United Kingdom